The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, that they refused to let them go. Call Haloyim to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah HaKadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and to the 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel, and to the Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathens, but their lineage, their seed lines from their fathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. Want to make a quick video about this restaurant that I saw, and their cuisine is made up of Caribbean, okay, which is the Southern Kingdom, right? Benjamin, okay, who are the so-called Jamaicans, Bahamas and St. Lucia, those places, right? And then you have the Haitians, so-called Haitians, who are the Levites, man, okay? And then also in the Caribbean, you also have so-called Puerto Ricans, who are from the tribe of Ephraim. Okay. So this restaurant here has a cuisine of that, and they gave a little backdrop of a little history. And I'm making this video for you black-only Israelites, whereas nobody is black, first and foremost, and they go into all that with this video as far as Black History Month and all that. Nobody's skin is the color of black. Okay, they're the Hebrew Israelites, okay, different shades of brown, and no one's skin is white, okay, like these Edomites call themselves, that's their biblical lineage, the red Hebrew Edomites, okay. Now here's the thing, the twist with that, we were scattered into all the nations, all right. There are 18 nations, man, all right, and we got scattered into the 17 other nations, man. So you have Israelites that's going to look like other nations. All right. You have Edomites that look like other nations, so forth and so on. All right. It's all about the spirit. Your seed line coming from yes, it is about your spirit, but it's about your seed line coming from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because that's who the promises were given to. So with that, I'm just going to play this video, and they're going to go into how their restaurant came about during the slave trade and all that, because you got people talking about Mexicans was never in slavery. Bullshit. So here it is.
I'm going to start with veg.
Okay. In Chicago's River North neighborhood, there's a nationally known Mexican restaurant called Frontera Grill. And in February, for Black History Month, it is highlighting what is known as Afro-Mestizo cuisine.
This is fresh up ezote?
Its origins are rooted in people who were enslaved by the Spaniards hundreds of years ago.
The Spaniards were bringing over slaves. And
see that? The Spaniards were bringing over slaves, right? So they, let me see here. Just get a so they were bringing over slaves from like Morocco and all that, right? And bringing them over to the Americas. Okay, they came here that way also. All right, and Lord will, I'm gonna get to the second Esdras 13 too. Okay, so we see that. That's how before you were speaking so-called Mexicans were speaking Spanish, and Puerto Ricans were speaking Spanish. They were speaking Hebrew. The oldest form of Hebrew was found here in the Americas, and their Bible they had Hebrew Bibles, man.
slaves would eventually escape.
Chef Richard James has been working with owner Rick Bayless for 29 years.
We'd like to brush on more of the marinade.
A Southside native who attended all-boys Mendel Catholic High School and paid his own tuition by working at a Sizzler restaurant, starting as a dishwasher at age 15. During the slow times, he would pick up tips from the cooks. And then when one of them left, he struck while the iron was hot. and showed his then boss, Charlie, what he had to offer.
I went up there and I showed Charlie that I knew how to work that station, and he didn't have a choice but to give me the job. I was already there, and I was already trained.
Richard is the first to tell you that he is the beneficiary of mentoring.
You see the Northern Kingdom up in there? All right, you're going to see a lot of Northern Kingdom cooks in there too. So this is the, Judah and Israel being oppressed together in Babylon, man. All right, what that Jeremiah 50s goes into.
So when Javonica Jacobs got her job at Frontera, Richard took her under his wing.
He's mentored me from the moment I walked in the door.
Jay, as she is known, is from Harvard, Illinois, and she always took a liking to some of the best stuff this blue planet has to offer.
I grew up in Harvard, Illinois, and obviously it's a country kind of town, and so I fell in love with horticulture and plants and science. My mom, she loved to cook. She was a really good cook, and I loved to eat. But she never let me touch anything in the kitchen or nothing like that.
But Jay was a promising athlete who had gotten scholarship offers in basketball and track.
Let me have some fried epazote to go on the top.
But it was the culinary life that had the greatest gravitational pull on her. She remembers telling her parents about her career ambitions.
They were caught off guard. But I'm like, no, I want to try it, And so then I went to the Cordon Bleu and of Chicago, last graduating class there since it shut down. And I just fell in love.
So together they teamed up to create the Afro Mestizo menu in conjunction with Black History Month.
It's like a mix of soul food and Caribbean food mixed with Mexican food. And so there's during slavery.
So that's it right there. Soul food, Caribbean food, and Mexican food, man. That's the tribes. What do we always open up with? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, who are the Israelites. Right? And Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathens, man.
There were refugees to Mexico, and they said fled in Veracruz and Costa Chica.
Back, man.
There since it shut down. And I just fell in love.
So together they teamed up to create the Afro Mestizo menu in conjunction with Black History Month.
It's like a mix of soul food and Caribbean food mixed with Mexican food. And so there's during slavery, there were refugees to Mexico, and they said fled in Veracruz and Costa Chica and Guerrero. And so you just have so much interesting food. And so with this menu, you'll see a lot of epazote, a lot of peanuts, a lot of red chilies, because that's what really makes it come together, and green chilies as well.
But as much as it is about the food, it's about the creative process and satisfaction in one's work.
Menus like this only come around once in a lifetime. It's super special.
And it wasn't a hard sell, by the way, to the boss.
Chef Rick is all about culture. So there's a culture here that makes you want to come to work because of the freedom. We don't run the kitchen with an iron fist. People work better when they're relaxed and having fun.
But they say just as important as it is to get the Afro Mestizo cuisine spot on, the message from chefs Richard and Jay is to young black boys and girls, if we can make it in this world, aspiring to such great heights as they have, you can too.
Fill in your soul and be passionate about what you do, and stay focused and just keep going and don't look back.
Such a great menu. Such a great storyline.
Yes, she is so precocious. That was great.
Shut the hell up, devil. Yeah, so hey man, only a spiritual man can see these things though, man, because look, at the end of the day, yes, a lot of those conquistadors, they raped, robbed, and pillaged the Northern Kingdom, man. Hence the reason why they have that very light, pale, complexion in their hair is the texture that it is, man. Because they almost raped them off, man, in slavery. Okay, let's grab this real quick. 1 Corinthians 2:14. And the reason why I bring that up, because a lot of you especially you of the southern tribes say that Mexicans are not Israelites, or the so-called Indians aren't Israelites. All right, and then you have Northern Kingdom saying Judah is not Israelites either. All right, which means you're not spiritual. Let's get this. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receive not the things of the spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolishness unto him. See, when you say, hey man, you got the two tribes, Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, people, they think this foolish when you say that, right? Because they're carnal, man. They can't see past their flesh, man, you know? Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judge all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. All right. So we see and know that, hey, through the spirit. Let me just get that. Romans 8 and 16. The spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. All right. So you can even tell that through the sporting arena, man. All right. So-called Latinos, Hispanics, or what have you. You know, they dominate in the soccer, the baseball realm. All right. Judah, the Southern Kingdom, man, we dominate in majority of all of the contact sports, man. Football, basketball, all of that. All right. A lot of the most of you Edomites, you so-called white people, you dominate in NASCAR, man, and the damn car is doing all the work. All you doing is just driving. Not saying they don't take no skill to drive it, but hey, man, we dominate in all those sports, man. Like it says, one shall be stronger than the other in Genesis 25, man. All right, our spirit is known, man, that we are the Israelites, man. Okay, let's grab real quick. Let's grab Second Esdras. Yeah, because he's not supposed to judge just off of appearance, man. All right, now let's grab the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and 33 again. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All right. Hey, and coming up on the southeast side of Chicago, man, hey, it was always just strife between the Spanish kids and the so-called Negro kids, man. All right. But I never understood why what what was behind that reason. Yeah, it was a gang thing, and plus the curses say that we should have an evil eye to our brother also. All right, so that's just gang culture stuff in Chicago, man. But it was a different kind of thing with the like the Latin Kings and that sort of thing. So it says here, the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right, and they still have us like that in this kingdom. What they got, the wall down at the border of Mexico and America, right? Their Redeemer is strong. Who's our Redeemer, man? Yahushai, okay? Who you people ignorantly call Jesus. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. All right. So, hey, man, America is getting ready to be destroyed, man, because you touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man, who are the Israelites, okay? Northern and Southern Kingdom, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, let's go to Second Esdras 13 and 40 and show how the Northern Kingdom got over here. Second Esdras 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, which is Hosea. All right. The king. All right. The Salakia. No, that's Hosea, the king, Salakia. Not Hosea the prophet. Whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, wait, I may be off on that. Salakia. Let me read this again, man. Salakia. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea. Okay, right. Hosea. The king whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters so came they into their land, into another land, Slakia, another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, they that would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So the Americas, no man has ever dwelt over there. During the time of Solomon, they were visiting over there through Solomon navies, getting the indigenous birds and getting gold and that sort of stuff there and bringing them back, but nobody ever dwelt over there, right? So let's see. Let's continue. Verse 42, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. So now let's go to the Euphrates, right here where the blue dot is, right? So they came, let's just say they went north, through the rivers or what have you, came down the Horn of Africa, right? Came down from the backside of Africa through Somalia, in between Mozambique and Madagascar, came under that, came under South Africa, and boom, came to the Americas right here, man. South America, the Caribbeans, all that right there, man. Okay? That's how they got here. It took them 3 years to get over here, man. No, Slovakia. It took them a year and a half to get over here. It took them a year and a half to get over here. All right? So that's how it happened, man. That's how they got over here first. And then what happened? When they came over here, when you take a ship of slaves, you don't take an empty ship back, man. You take a ship with slaves. So the slaves that when they were over here, all right, this is why they call it the trilateral slavery. They went from the Americas over here to Seville, Spain, right here, where you see Portugal. So they kept doing a triangle. That's all they kept doing was a triangle. Okay. So now let's finish reading. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them that held still the flood till they were passed over. So he made the waters calm just for prophecy's sake, man. Okay, for through that country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half, and the same region is called Asareth, which is America. All right, the Americas. All right, and verse 46, then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come. Okay, so let's go to the book of Isaiah, because hey man, the two kingdoms are coming back together, man. All right, last time we were together was when Solomon was in rulership, man. For those 40 years we were at peace, man. All right, and then the kingdom split after Solomon. Let's get Isaiah 30 and 26. And it reads here, moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days. And the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people and heals the stroke of their wound. Okay? So, yeah, that breach is like a separation, man. All right? Let's grab this real quick. The book of Isaiah 11 and 13. I'll start at 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Right, we were scattered, mean dispersed, right? The diaspora. All right. Verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim, because Ephraim was the top tribe of the northern kingdom, man. All right, and there's a lot of jealousy between northern kingdom and southern kingdom. shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. All right, so these prophecies, we see it coming through, man, in these last days, man. Only the elect is going to get it, man. The elect out of the two kingdoms, man. All right, we have a very strong Latino camp here in Chicago and in LA too, man. All right. So the breaches are being, those are our brothers, man. Okay. Look at the Rodney King riots. Who you had, man? Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom coming against who? The Edomites, man. So-called white people, man, for the Rodney King situation. All right. We okay, we got we got a common enemy, man. Right? Moreover, the Son of Man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and the children of Israel. All right. So you see us on the highways and byways as the Lord commanded us to go, preaching on the highways. All right. Trying to bid the elect to come in. You have the stick, which is what it goes into planks. All right. Then that's where we put our 12 tribes charts on there. Right. So when people walk by, they see, hey, what's this? Right. For the children of Israel, his companions, then take another stick and write upon it. For Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick. And this is going to be in Babylon, man. That's what we're doing to this day. This is prophecy before your face, man. And they shall become one in thy hand, right? And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, will thou not show us what thou meanest by these? And say it unto them. So when people walk past the camp, they say, hey, man, they see their name on it. They see so-called Mexicans. They see so-called Puerto Rican or Panamanian or Guatemalan. They see those and they like, yo, what's this? 12 tribes. What's this about? And then that's what grabs them in, man. Saying to them, thus said the Lord Yahweh, power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, so-called Caribbeans, all right, so-called Jamaicans, Haitians, all right, and Negroes in America, man, all right, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand, and the sticks whereon thou righteous shall be in thy hand before their eyes. All right. So yeah, man, this is a beautiful thing that's coming out, man. Okay, that with it's the nation of Israel, okay, and the nation of Judah. Okay, we're coming back together for that one kingdom, man, so that the Lord can come back and he's going to save us out of the land of America, man. Okay. So the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Mexicans, the Latinos, they are the Israelites, man. So with that, I pray it was edifying. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakada Shalom.